This is the October 19th, 2022 meeting of the Village of Suffern Planning Board. I call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, first up on the agenda is Rise, 1 to 3 Wayne Avenue, a sign application. So please approach the podium, state your name and address for the record.
Hi, Irene and Scott Vignola from Rise, 1 Wayne Avenue in Suffern.
Could you try to talk into the mic? Sorry, yeah.
Sorry. Irene and Scott Vignola from Rise, 1 Wayne Avenue, Suffern, New York, 10901.
All right, so tell us about your sign application, please.
So we put in actually the company I hired put in a sign application who is not here right now. So pardon me as I kind of figure this out and go along with you. I do know what the design is supposed to lay out. I don't know the intricacies as far as installation or anything else because I'm not the sign company. And I do apologize that they're not here right now.
That's all right. That's all right.
So I also know that we submitted 2 separate plans. One of them being for, I guess, when I had put my design together and gave it to the sign company, I didn't realize that it was only 10% of the window was allowed to be covered. So we submitted 2 just to kind of see your thoughts on the both and maybe see if there can be a compromise, because we were originally just looking for 1 logo windowed with small banners, one saying firearm sales, training, education. So that's kind of where we're at.
Okay, the facade sign is fine. The one, up top.
Yes.
The window number 1 is fine as well, which I believe is, if you're looking at the front, is the one on the far right.
Right.
The big one, the large one.
The double.
Yeah, there's 2 windows.
Or the door.
Yeah, there's 2 windows and then there's the door.
And then the door,
So
right.
I believe the one on the far right is fine. The one next to the door is 31%. It's supposed to be 10. We'll have a discussion on that one. And then the door sign is 24, supposed to be 10 as well. We'll have a discussion. My question is, you close the blinds at night?
Yes.
Okay. And you have firearms, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah, the store's loaded with firearms, yes.
Okay. Safety-wise, I'm not, Mr. Giannettino, I don't know if you have any.
Let me speak to that. We've been trying to have people realize that if your blinds are all closed at night, if the police go by and there's somebody in your store, they don't know it. If there's somebody in there and they start a fire, until that alarm goes off, they don't know it. So we're trying to get, during the day, you might need them closed for your clients.
We actually keep them open during the day, so yeah, that's fine.
You keep them open during the day?
Yeah, the blinds are up when
Okay, well, we'd appreciate it if you could keep them open, so you don't have to have them wide open, but just so if a cop goes by and he sees a shadow going through your business.
Sure.
We have no problem with that. Actually, the store itself is very, very bright and illuminated. And the reason we were kind of shutting them down was so we weren't kind of almost giving, if you want to say, light pollution out into the public. But we would be more than happy to keep that up.
Okay,
as far as
we would
security
appreciate
as well.
it. We're trying to get all the businesses that have blinds to do that.
Absolutely.
So that if there's something going on in our buildings, they can catch it.
So you're aware that by keeping the blinds open, though, it's just firearms, like that's all you see?
You don't have to keep them all the way, just so that there's enough
So you can see
room for
movement of
them to
people
drive
inside,
by and
I think,
see
so
if
see if
there's
it's
any
active.
movement.
Yeah.
I mean, years ago, they used to try all the doors. I don't think they do that anymore.
Right.
Okay.
But nobody's gonna have an issue if, even with the blinds up a little bit, that you're gonna be able to see firearms.
Yeah, we just...
When we're not there.
I'm sorry, be able to see what?
I just don't want to offend anybody, because if when nobody's there, when we're not there, like, we just honestly assumed of it, like, let's keep the blinds closed so that people aren't getting over interested as to what's in there when we're not there. So like, even having those blinds up a little bit, you just see firearms. If you guys are okay with that, we're all for it.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know what, we will talk to the, I mean, it's not gonna hold up what's happening here. We'll talk to the police department.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what, we wanna work with you and make sure it
Yeah.
works for everybody, and I think you are reasonable people.
Thank you.
Any comments on the other sign sizes being oversized?
Yeah, I think the 31% is a little too much over. I'd be willing to go like 18.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll have them resize it and kind of
Because
see
you
what
got
they do.
that big sign.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the logo in the middle. Yeah, maybe we can shrink
I
that
mean,
part.
they're gonna-
So
they're
you're
gonna
okay
see
with
who
the
you are.
banners?
Yeah, the banner's fine.
The banners are fine, so maybe shrink the logo? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, the facade sign up top is fine. The
Good.
one on the far right window is fine. I would
Right,
like
right,
you
and
to
then you have the
shrink
middle
down
window.
the second window, the window that's next to the door. And what do you think about the door sign?
I
It's 20.
think that's a little too big for a
Maybe bring it
small
down
door.
to 18 to 20 as well?
Yeah, get it down, to at least 8. Do both of them at 18.
18.
They'll
For
look
the-
uniform.
For those specific things. So that's actually good to know, because we weren't sure if it was 10% for both of those big windows, sorry, if it was both of those big windows, or if it was just individual, so that's actually good to know.
No, it's, the big one is okay.
Good, okay.
So you're good with 18 for both?
Yes, I'm gonna have her redo those. Do we have to resubmit a plan showing the updated changes?
I don't think so. We're going to
Okay.
vote on it, but what we'll do is we'll do it conditionally on you, resizing it down to 18%. But that, just so you don't have to come back and,
Yeah,
all right? Anybody else have any comments?
Well, you also got to let them know that before you put anything up, you got to go up to the building department
Yes.
and get a permit to put the signs up.
okay.
So don't put them up and have a problem where they say you didn't get them from, just
Oh,
go to them.
yeah, so she's not even making them yet until this was all approved anyway, so,
That's just the regular procedure. Before you put them up, you go up to the building department, notify them, and they'll tell you, okay, you can go ahead and put your signs up.
Yeah, the sign company usually will walk you through it, but you just go right upstairs and just let them know, listen, it was approved, I just want to take the next steps of getting the permit, and they'll walk you through the whole process.
perfect.
And they're on the second floor if you don't know.
Yes, because they're the ones who did my initial CO permit, correct? Yeah.
Yes. Anybody else have any comments? I do have a motion to conditionally approve the sign application, subject to them scaling the signs down to 18%.
Make a motion.
Motion, Mr. Dale. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Giannettino. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Good luck
Thank
to
you
you.
so much. Have a great night. Bye.
Okay, up next on the agenda is T-Mobile, the amended site plan. Do we have, there we go. So we got the letter back from the county.
Yep.
Won't you ask him to give his thing, and then we'll...
Yeah, so if you just want to do your presentation and,
Of course, for the record, my name is Daniel Patrick from the law firm Cuddy and Fader on behalf of the applicant T-Mobile. Last month, we appeared, we gave a brief description of T-Mobile's proposal, which is simply swapping out some of their existing antennas at the Good Samaritan Hospital. At that time, the only thing that seemed to be...
Yeah, put yourself
Sorry.
closer to the mic.
At that time, the only thing that seemed to be holding up the board was the referral to the county, but as you indicated, we did hear back from the county. They did have the 30 days, they had no comments, so I'm happy to walk you back through the plans, but it's really just a simple swapping out of the antennas and, other related equipment.
okay, anybody have any questions or comments on that?
Now, I'll just make my usual comment. You should have put it on our building.
There you go. Do you need any more antennas?
I'll relay it to our team, let them know that you guys are interested.
Yeah, they've heard this before, so they're not going to take it by surprise.
I mean, the T-Mobile reception may be a little bit better if, I'm just saying. All right, so nobody else has anything else? Nope. All right.
So if you're inclined to approve this, I would just suggest you make a motion to declare yourselves lead agency, and then a motion to issue a negative declaration with respect to this application.
Do I have a motion to declare ourselves lead agency?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Giannettino. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries.
Negative declaration.
And a motion for a negative declaration. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Halper, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Giannettino, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, the motion carries.
Motion to approve the...
Motion, I'm sorry, motion to approve the site plan carries.
Motion.
No, make
Sorry,
a motion
sorry.
to approve.
Negative motion. What is it?
Now you'll take a motion
Okay.
to approve.
Yeah.
Site plan.
Now we'll do the third motion. Do I have a motion to approve the site plan?
I'll make a motion to approve the site plan.
Mr. Dale, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Halper. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed. Motion carries. Is that it?
That's it.
We're good.
Thank you very much.
You
I
needed
appreciate
3,
it.
but you're there.
Take care.
Thank you.
I gotta be on my toes with this group.
Yeah, you do. Next on the agenda is IV2 Rockland Logistics LLC, continuation of the public hearing.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Darius Shefazada with the law firm Harris Beach, here with the developer applicant. We're here behind me, some of their representatives. We are in the DEIS stage of SECRA. Wanted to give you a quick update of where we are. We have submitted a preliminary draft DEIS to your planning consultants. I think it was in mid-September, so we're just waiting for their final completeness review to come back so we can finalize the DES for public review and your review and comment. So we're sort of in a waiting stage till next month, but we wanted to just give you an update and answer any questions you may have.
Anyone have any questions on the board?
No, we're just waiting for Bonnie.
Right, yeah, as Mr. Shavazade mentioned, it's for her review is whether it is complete. So once she makes that determination or advises that of what may be missing, then it'll be ready to go. Okay. And I thought she was going to send an email this evening, but I would expect it within the next week or two.
Okay, great.
Yeah, she sent something, but it wasn't completion. Okay. Yeah, so we're still waiting on that.
Yep.
Is there any members of the public who would like to speak on this matter?
We'll continue to November 30th.
All right, motion to continue the public hearing to November 30th.
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Giannettino. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Halper. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed. Motion carries. So
I'd
we'll
like
see.
to make a suggestion that if this is not ready next month, let's not have these people come all the way over here when nothing can be accomplished.
I
I
would
mean, they
agree.
have lives too.
Well, thank you. Hopefully, we're back with this completed and ready for public review and your review, but we appreciate that.
And we are planning to hold the next meeting November 30th. The planner can't make it on the 16th. The 23rd would be the night before Thanksgiving, so we're going to hold it over to the 30th.
Okay.
So that'll also give her a little more time, but I believe she'll have it ready for the
Great.
next meeting.
Great. Thanks. We'll see you then, hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, yes. Next on the agenda, Suffern Quarry Logistics Center, 15 Tilton Road. I thought it was Tilton. Okay. I think it is.
Good evening, members of the board. Nicholas Ward Willis with Keenan Bean on behalf of Equity Suffern Real Estate for the Suffern Quarry Logistics Project. I want to provide the board with an update. At the last meeting, we were asked to establish the escrow account and arrange meetings with your planner. We've paid the escrow account, and we understand the planner is reviewing our file. We've arranged a meeting with the planner and the planning board attorney for Tuesday afternoon, where we'll review the applications, discuss the secret processing for distribution to involved and interested agencies. We're also working with the village planning board attorney and planner to arrange for a site visit. I understand some members of the board may want to attend that as well, so we'll coordinate that through the planning board secretary's office and with the village attorney and planner. And so we hope at the next meeting that the review will be completed. We'll have the benefit of the planner's review comments, and we'll be able to have a more substantive conversation with you. With respect to Old Mill Road, just to provide you with an update there, you may recall our clients obtained the winning bid back in July, paid the 10% deposit at that time, the $500,000. Contract was approved and signed by the state and by our client. The Form deed was prepared and reviewed by our client and approved, and now we're just in the middle of a bureaucratic process of the Attorney General's office, New York State Controller's office, and everyone going through the motions that they need to do before they're prepared to close. And once they're prepared to close, then we're in a position to close, and we'll close on that, and we'll update the board when that has occurred.
Thank you. Is there any provision, the water level has risen considerably in the quarry over the years. And I'm just curious, is there any provision to drain off some of that water between now and when construction might start?
Yeah, that is the intent, that we would be applying to the DEC for a water withdrawal permit. We had initial discussions with them 2 years ago as to that process. It had been done before, and we would just take the same precautions that the quarry had done in terms of lowering and discharging the water, making sure it's not done at the inappropriate times or causing any erosion.
Okay, yeah, I think at one point there was a pumping system in there, is that correct?
That is our understanding as well,
That's what I
yes.
thought, okay, yeah. No, I mean, listen, it's been several years since I was there, but if you go on Google Maps, it appears, I'm not an expert, it just appears that there's a lot more water in there than there used to be.
It's very high.
Yes.
So, okay, now, and, just,
Yep, no, that's our intention is to pump that down, the accumulation of the stormwater from the site, and then just pump that down after getting the appropriate agency approvals.
great, thank you.
How much of a drainage are you looking at? Or haven't you gotten that far?
Well, I don't have that answer as the attorney. We did not bring our
Okay,
engineer,
no,
but I
that's
can
fine.
certainly, we'll have those answers.
Is the latest rendition of Suez gonna buy it from you, or you just,
I've not heard
They
that. no.
kind of, I'm just curious. I mean,
I've heard no discussions of that. We're prepared to moving forward with our plan.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm curious. It doesn't
Okay.
have anything to do with the approvals or anything. I was just, like I said, I went on Google Maps or whatever it was, and considerably, it's a lot more overgrown than it was.
Yes.
And it appears to be a lot more water. Not that I have photographs from years ago, but it just appears to be a lot more water. That's why I was asking.
Okay.
Okay.
And just one issue, Mr. Ward Willis, that came up with respect to special permit. If you want to address that with the board and
Sure. The building inspector's review memorandum identifies, as had the village planner in our conversations, that our application would require a special use permit as we're in the critical environmental area from the Board of Trustees. So that's one of the items we'll discuss in terms of coordinating the processing of that application as well as the secret process.
And Rockland Drainage also.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Same number of agencies, similar to the Brookfield application in terms of Rockland and DEC, but we also do have the special use permit.
And I don't even know if the Army Corps is involved in this. The Army Corps of Engineers may be involved in this.
Yes.
I would imagine they are.
Okay. Anybody else have any comments, questions?
No, as long as he knows about it.
yeah, and you mentioned a site visit. I don't know if the board wants to discuss if it wants to do a site visit now or wait until January when it's colder or...
Yeah, we can ice skate on the quarry.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that, actually, but, anybody,
Are you guys... We're good. No, but we're talking about a possible site visit in the next...
I'd like to go. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, I'd like to
I've been
go.
there quite a few years.
Okay. So perhaps coordinate with Mr. Magrino, the planning board secretary, and we'll make those arrangements.
That's fine.
thank you.
Okay.
There's no approvals or anything.
Okay, well, no, if there's if there's 3 members, we'll work about a notice situation, but we'll address that when we get to it.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you in November then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
November 30th. Next on the agenda, is there anybody here from 11 Brook Street?
They know they were supposed to be here?
Yes.
Yep, an informal. Okay.
You want to put it over to the 30th?
Yeah, so we'll put, do I need a motion for that? There's an informal.
No.
Okay, so we'll put the 11 Brook Street over to the November 30th. Is there any old business that anybody would like to discuss?
Rob, do you know that they were advised of what they're needing to do for the county and as far as the piers and whatnot?
No, I don't. I hadn't heard
We should
anything.
try to find that out. Maybe that's why they're not here, that they don't know what's going on yet.
Did, it's a clerk, did Joanne put this on the agenda?
Yes, but it was an informal.
Right, but I mean, maybe they didn't know that it was put on. I'm not saying she didn't tell, I'm just saying, maybe they,
No, I know she
there was
said they were
misunderstanding.
informed.
Yeah. All right, so if somebody could just notify them, that'll be on the 30th, and then we'll look at it.
Okay. All right, no old business, any new business? Okay, any miscellaneous business? And do I have a motion to set the November meeting for November 30th at 7 PM?
I will make a motion.
Second for Mr. Halper. Who made the first?
I did.
Okay. All right, Mr. Giannettino, all right.
Sitting
Just
around.
sort of emanated
I didn't,
I wanted it to be ominous.
all in favor? Say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Mr. Giannettino, do I have a
Second.
second? Who seconded it?
That would be aye.
Mr. Dale. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.